All right, let me get this straight. So you're telling me you're gonna spend 50 grand on a car like this, add all these high dollar accessories to it, and then you're gonna cheap out on the rock lights by some company from Amazon? Hell yeah. I ain't got that kind of money all the time. What do you mean I ain't got that kind of money. So we got some rock lights here and we're gonna see. Do Amazon rock lights, are they any good? Will they work? We're gonna find out. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've got some Nilight LED rock lights and they're very inexpensive and we're gonna see how they do. They have all kinds of functions. They turn different colors. Ooh, brightness, all different colors in between. So, because they're inexpensive, I expect them to not be too bright, so I got the 8-pod lights. So I'm gonna put 2 at each corner of the car, and we're gonna see how it looks. We're gonna do a little install video here. These things come with all their own wiring harness. Everything's pretty much plug and play. All you gotta do is hook up a power and ground, and then you can go to the app on your phone. And there's all sorts of things you can do to change the lights. And there's even some music stuff going on here. So we're gonna figure all that out. Those of you who wanna skip ahead and see, here's your opportunity, but come right back. Okay, so I'm gonna get these all disconnected from the bench here. And I'm gonna get the car out here, a little more room to work on. And we're gonna look for some places to hook up these lights. Now, I will say that these lights have the cord that comes right out the back. And it's like, how am I gonna mount that to a flat surface? Well, they got these nice mounts here. They're kind of rubbery, well, they are rubbery, which means they'll contour whatever you want, but they got flat ones and they got some to go for, put on your roll cage. So let's get things all disconnected, and I'm gonna get the 63 out of here, and we're gonna start experimenting with where we can put these lights. All right, so where are we gonna put these things? So like I said, I don't expect these to be super bright, so that's why I'm gonna run 2 lights at each corner. But what's the ideal placement? Well, like a lot of you, I went to the Sand Sport Super Show, and I got some ideas. I do know one thing: when I'm looking at the car, I don't want to see the lights. I want to see the light from the lights, but I don't want to see the lights. So I got my handy dandy flashlight here, and it's got a similar kind of light on it. And I'm just kind of moving it around and seeing where I want to put this thing. And what I'm noticing too is what might be an ideal spot on one side is not necessarily an ideal spot on the other side. Like here, I get this air cleaner in my way. So maybe I want to go up here, which I kind of like that right there. That's, remember, it's got a mount so I can hook it to the cage. I'm thinking maybe on this side, I'm gonna hook one here and maybe one there. I did see some of the sand shows that they had them like underneath the fan, the transmission fan right here, kind of shining back, but I don't want to see the lights. So it's going to be personal preference on your part, but ideally what you want to do is you want to mount the lights and then route your wires and work your way back. The mounting of the lights probably takes the longest. So I'm going to start with that, and nothing super secret about that. You got 2 screws to hold them on. Again, it comes with those rubber mounts, so you can guide the wire without smashing the wire down, and also you can mount on a flat surface or a round surface. So we'll come back to when the lights are mounted. Okay, and we're back. All right, so I've got all the pods mounted, and I got all the wires routed, and I got everything plugged in. And of course, not going to be able to show you the effects until later when it gets dark. But in the meantime, let me show you where I put the stuff. So, like I said, I didn't want to see the lights, but I want to see the light. So I got light here, of course, same thing on the other side. And then up front, got light here, which is below where the reflector was. And I got a light back here. Now, I ended up with 2 button head screws right here to hold that light, but they're black. I don't think you can see it from a distance. I don't know. So let me get the lights on. Let me show you how I routed everything, and in case it helps you out. I've routed some other wires the same direction. It seems to keep things away from hot stuff. Okay, we have light. So I showed you where the lights are mounted. And again, we got one there, one there. The way I routed them, the wires, is, and I'm sorry this is going to jump around a little bit, it's kind of hard. So I came across here, and it came down here. And what I did on the shroud is I punched a couple holes in the shroud so that I could run some zip ties. So my wires are running from driver's side to passenger side along the bottom of the shroud here. The reason why I did that is I got a turbo right there. Turbo gets kind of hot. And the other option is to go up to the firewall and go across, which I did do for my whip light. But this seemed like a pretty good area to go across here. So going to the other side. Like I said, I've come across the shroud area, tied in here. Now I left some slack in the wires. That way, if you're undoing the shroud from above or whatever, you can move it a little bit and not going to tear any wires. But then I ran to the front here, and I came to this wire loom. Let me show you from this side. Came to this wire loom. This wire loom goes down the front of the motor and pretty much stays away from hot stuff. In the front, you do have the oil cooler. This stays away from the oil cooler. Let me show you where it comes out inside the car. Inside the car, we come out right here. So, oops, inside the car, we come out right here. This is obviously pretty full. I got a lot of stuff going on in here. Your wiring preference is going to be up to you. I'm running the rear light bar Pro 8 right now. Again, I spent my wad on the car, so everything else is on a budget, but this does good. It's not solid state, which is good and which is bad. But the good thing is, all I have to do is change the fuse or relay. Anyway, back to the wiring. So let's go to the front and let me show you where I started. Okay, again, I got a pod right here, and I got a pod right here. And what I did is, like the rear, I punched a couple holes in the plastic here so I had something to zip tie to, and I brought the wires together. And what I did then is I just kind of followed the factory path of coming down here to get down to the center of the frame and away from the A-arms. So let me show you the other side too. Same thing on this side, ran the wires over and came along the front of the shroud and then came down to the center of the frame and hooked it up next to wires, and this is gonna be hard to see, I know, to keep away from the A-arms. And what that did is that got me over here into the middle area of the frame. For the middle area of the frame, I've got this. This is all 4 wires because I'm running 4 pods in the front, and they're coming down and they're going down in between the 2 coolant lines. Notice I put some sheathing on there because it's going between the coolant lines. And then on this side, it's coming out right there. See the sheathing. And then the sheathing continues, pushed it on the far side of the coolant lines, and this is it right here. So here's the 4 from the front. The 4 from the rear are back in here. The little Bluetooth control box is back in here. All 8 connections are right here. And then I tied a hot wire going over to my quote-unquote Switch Pros, which is up here. And I haven't put the new label on, but it's that one right there. See? Oh, I said see. See? They work. Okay, so do I like them? I don't know. It's got to get dark. So when it gets dark, we'll come back out here and we'll take a look at the car. We'll see how much that shows up on camera. Maybe I can ooh and ah a little bit and you'll think it's great. Or I'll say, you know, that's pretty crappy. I just wasted a bunch of time. So we'll come back when it gets dark. Okay, guess what? It's dark outside. It's time to see how the rock lights look. So here we go. Are you ready? As I almost fall down in the dark. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, so they're Amazon lights. Not super bright, but that's why I got 2 in each corner. And you know what? You can't see the lights, which is what I want, but you can see the light from the lights. So, lights it up pretty good. Got a little bit showing through the grill here. Lights up the ground pretty decent. Yeah, not bad. I think it accomplishes the task here. Nice little glow underneath. Let's see how the blue looks. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. That looks pretty sweet. I know it's silly, huh? But you know, I never had rock lights before. I always thought it was kind of dumb. That's kind of the white light. So, not bad. Green looks pretty cool. And we can go to every spectrum of the rainbow here. That's a kind of cool blue. Get it? Cool blue. All right, so check the link in the description. Show you how you get these lights. If you want to go economical like I did, there's nothing wrong with it. That looks pretty good. Kind of like the red. So, again, thanks guys. It's been a long day out in the shop. My wireless mic quit working. I'm a little frustrated, but no. So anyway, thanks for tuning in again, and thanks for like, comment, subscribing. Thanks for all the hey guy when I was out the sand show. Had a lot of interaction with you guys out there. That's really cool. That's all new stuff to me, and hopefully I came across friendly because I was just kind of in shock. So anyway, please subscribe, tell your friends, tell your church members, tell the people at school. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.